the feeling, and you ride it like a wave. Crash it so the sparks can come together. Don't need a reason why the universe was made. It goes on and on and on and on forever. And it's a long flight on this battle star where we fight for love no matter where we are. Oh, 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 oh. And there's a big bang in this universe, and it makes me feel like the gold on work. Oh, 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 oh. You got me like, ooh.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. The winding road to the Super Bowl continues here in the divisional round, where two teams look to take another step towards the Super Bowl. It's the Seahawks going up against the Cowboys.
Thank you very much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The National Football League is here and on the air. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Seattle Seahawks and the Dallas Cowboys. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. A nice little juke. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
First down, Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Watts. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Second down to the offense, needing 5 yards. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. Hard throw, incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Running with Elliott. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. Wilson, the tight end, goes in motion. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Now Russell Wilson appears to be shaken up. And you know they're holding their breath over on that sideline. He's still down. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On the return that time, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
6 yards here to go for the offense on second down. They go to Elliott again. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Throwing, Hundley. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now Hundley. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They start on the ground with Elliott. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Second down, Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some space here. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. They run. This is Lewis. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. But now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Frank Clark, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. from the shotgun. It's Prescott. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing. Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Here's Allen. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone. Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one. Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right? Not one that I've ever met.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Now, that play was doomed right from the start. They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle. That's Thomas, and he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they? I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen. Shake it off. Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh? Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. Short yardage, Prescott. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Returnable now for Allen. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Well, that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend. I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before.
Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go!
He'll look to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, but I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Back to throw here. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. T.J. Watt, he's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Oh, he's got a little daylight. The 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got room. A second fake. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down, not good, 0 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He'll look to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Prescott now on second down. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's third and long. Prescott to throw it. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And he'll give it here to his running back. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And to give this time to the tailback. And an alley to run. Oh, he sheds himself free. The 40. Past the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So instead of trailing into the lockers, they grab the lead with the clock reading all zeros before intermission.
I would love to go into the locker room with them because right now they're riding a nice wave, aren't they? They're feeling good about themselves. But I know the coach is going to be talking to them about calming down, taking it easy. We've got a whole second half, but use the way we finished the first one to start the second.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment. Without a doubt.
Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 2nd down following the run. Again, it's Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off. Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner? What do you mean, with an exclamation mark? Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that? Ampersand? I like it. It's good to make it 17-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him. And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The give is to Elliott. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Cowboys on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Prescott from the gun. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And he fields it cleanly. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Fighting through it, he's got space. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time. And it's third down.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
The Seahawks on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Ohio. Let's go. Flex round.
They'll look to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. T.J. Watt in there to get him for his second sack of the night.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? Well, a lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They go play action here on first down. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Prescott now. Looking left side, and it's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Red zone opportunity. First down carry by Elliott. He stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
The play clock's running down. They just get the play off. Now Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. Bailey now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you'd think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. This time he'll look to throw. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. And give him a gain of 37. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. to throw now on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Only 3 there on the screen. It's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
Flex round! Flex round! Here we go! What? Nothing! What? Nothing!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
They'll look to throw now on first down. His throw incomplete. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. So a big spot forthcoming for the kicker, Blair Walsh. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Five yards left for the offense. It's second down. Play clock winding down. Throwing. Prescott. Quick hitch. Complete. It's Parker. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Prescott on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. And his throw here's incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back. And now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of
touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys will have the lead if they can hit the PAT.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Bailey now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here we go.
Now Hundley. Going underneath for Lewis. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit.
And Lewis lost the football. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. A near turnover, but the offense recovers it. Now they'll try to regroup on 2nd.
Come on, let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this up to about the 40. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with third and still 9 to go. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
Let's go! Flex round! Flex round!
And to give this time to the tailback. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there with his second touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the 4th. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Come on, let's go! Try at 38! Try at 38!
In motion left, the tight end. And now we've got a stoppage here. The noise is deafening. And they'll say what? A timeout. Boy, you could barely hear the whistles, but the offense does take a timeout here. All right, now the Seahawks face a big 2-point conversion attempt.
Ohio! Let's go! Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Let's go! Try at 38! Try at 38!
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. That makes this much more manageable. They'll move it from the 2 to the 1.
Totally manageable because many teams from the 2 want to throw the ball. But you put it at the 1, the running game is totally back in play.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Here we go! What? 90! What? 90!
Throwing, Hundley. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. 10. 5. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there. And now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. A 20th carry here for Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. 30. The 20. 10. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. 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 I know it's a never say never situation, But to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not, you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So second and medium, 2nd and 5 now. Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts?